Welcome to Thoroughbred Action at Gulfstream Park. Brian Natta with you as we wrap up another 5-day racing week here during the championship meet. 10 of them for you on tap on the Sunday card. And, of course, the Rainbow Six in race number 5. $400,000 in estimated jackpot. Pete Aiello is upstairs with your course and weather conditions.
We have had some morning rain, so we are washed off the turf today. The main track has been sealed. It's rated sloppy. The Topeka track is always fast. Again, we are off the turf. The main track rated sloppy. In race 1, scratch number 5, Cajun Anthem. Racing at Gulfstream. The outside duo were both away nicely. Fontina and Spanish Girl moving in the middle. That's Church Girl on the go. Down at the inside, Spread the Risk is looking for some forward position as they run out of the chute. It's Church Girl to land the advantage. Fontina's alongside in second. Third is Spanish Girl. Fourth at the rail, Spread the Risk. She's on the improve. Holy Kingdom is now dropped to last, passed inside by Good Magic Woman. The opening quarter was a contested one, 23-4. Fairly lively pace for the level and distance with Church Girl in front. She leads 3 parts of a length. Over racing a touch is Fontina. She's trying to relax while second. Down at the inside, Spread the Risk is now third. Up to the outside, Spanish Girl is being asked to quicken already. She's racing fourth. At the rail under encouragement is Good Magic Woman, and a long way last is Holy Kingdom. They went to half in 47-1 as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Fontina striding forward to take a clear lead. Dropping back is Church Girl. Underway from the second spot is Spread the Risk. Looking for room at the inside, Good Magic Woman. Outside it's Spanish Girl. Still far back to Holy Kingdom. They pass the 5/16 and Fontina tries to break it wide open. She's at the top of the lane on top by 5. Driven second to Spread the Risk. She hasn't made any ground on her. Spanish Girl's at a 1 pace. She's trying to get into third. At the inside, Good Magic Woman from between Church Girl. They're off the turn. They're in the stretch drive. And Fontina is out for a stroll in the slop. It's Fontina and jockey Luis Saez. He keeps her mind to business. She's a 16th from home and 4 on top. Spread the Risk is second. Battles for third. Fontina in front. Fontina to win by 2 in the end while confidently handled. Spread the Risk is second. Up for third is Spanish Girl. Fourth is Good Magic Woman. In 141 flat. And they're off. Level beginning. From the middle, Uncaptured Boy gets the first call and looks for the early advantage. Wide right moves out the rail. On the far outside, it's Victor's Valiant, and High Stakes is away in early fourth. A bit deep to the first turn is this favorite classic Motown. Saving ground is Asking My Name. Then back to a well-settled Baltic Mule in front of Bold Looker, and the Mar is last. Pretty quick pace here as they're strung out over a ton of ground past an opening quarter. That opening quarter was indeed quick, 23-4. The leader is Uncaptured Boy by half a length. Victor's Valiant is second. Off the inside, wide right, far outside, it's High Stakes. Moving out the rail, that's Asking My Name. Now they're trying to back it down as they stack and pack up front. Up on the outside goes Classic Motown. He's about 4 lengths off the lead. The trio at the back are led by Bold Looker, then Baltic Mule, and the Mar is last. They went to half in 48-2 as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. On the inside, it's Uncaptured Boy. On the outside, it's Victor's Valiant. They're still heads apart. Third at the inside, Asking My Name. 2-path, wide right. High Stakes is wide on the course. Stuck in traffic is Classic Motown. Irad trying to find him some racetrack. He's drawing closer with pace ahead of him through a 47 2/2 mile. Back from there, it's the Mar. He's come alive from last with the red blinkers after 3 quarters and 111-1. They reach the top of the stretch. Victor's Valiant turns for home on top. Into the clear wall. Wide is Classic Motown. Off cover now is Asking My Name. There's an 1/8 of a mile to go. Victor's Valiant has the lead. Classic Motown trying to finish up. Down the center of the racetrack, it's Classic Motown getting up. Classic Motown surging forward. Classic Motown in front. Close then for second. It's on the bob between Victor's Valiant and Asking My Name. High Stakes is fourth in 139-2.
The Florida Thoroughbred Breeders and Owners Association invites you to be inspired. Breed in a place like no other. Prepare at world-class training centers. Race in the sunshine.
And they're off in the Dr. Figure.
Be inspired.
And they're off. The big favorite, Monae, is away alertly and right to the early lead. From the inside, Mrs. Cashman's going to run with her. For the Thrill is well situated, third behind the in-battle duo. Lola Loca comes away devoid of any early speed. She's down toward the rail, racing together with Zuli Bella, and first-timer Nachita is last of all as they race to the half-mile point. Monae with all the money on. She's half a mile from home and a length on top. From her outside, it's her stablemate For the Thrill, who's into second, from Mrs. Cashman in third. These top three have 7 on Lola Loca, who's driven in fourth. Outside, that's Zuli Bella, the trailer Nachita. The leader is Monae. Past the 5/16 with Monae on top by a length. For the Thrill is second. 2.5 to Mrs. Cashman. She's now third. Another 3. That's Lola Loca fourth at the inside. Then Zuli Bella and Nachita. They pass the quarter pole and they turn for home. It's Monae trying to kick away from For the Thrill in second. Mrs. Cashman is back to third. Lola Loca's at the rail. They come past the 8th pole and this one's over. Monae will break through indeed with a lot of hope in her hooves. She was 1-5 and she'll deliver Monae by 5 in the end. For the Thrill second. Lola Loca's up for third. Then Mrs. Cashman. Zuli Bella 111 and 4. And they're off. Down inside, Mr. Crowley gets the first call and goes looking for the early advantage from People Force away in second. Up on the inside, Spitesper Comete comes away in third. 3 wide, McMoney is now fourth with Be Like Clint working between horses. Then Chapaloo and graded on a curve, the early trailer Valentine Bug. The early leader is Mr. Crowley on top by a length. People Force is second. Spitesper Comete is now third. McMoney racing in fourth. On hold is Be Like Clint. Chapaloo is 3 wide. A length and a half to Graded on a Curve, and 2 more to Valentine Bug. Very reasonable pace on the top end. They went 24 and 4 to the opening quarter. Mr. Crowley is in front. People Force is latched on to him second. Chapaloo is keen on the outside, and Spitesper Comete waits his turn toward the rail. Then McMoney and Be Like Clint graded on the curve on the outside, and the trailer is Valentine Bug. They went the half in 49 and 1. It's a well-rationed Mr. Crowley, a half a mile from home and a half length in front. People Force is second toward the rail. Spitesper Comete. Chapaloo is next. Be Like Clint's on the bridle, but he needs some place to go. Working hard is McMoney. He's not gaining any ground. 3 wide Graded on a Curve, and Valentine Bug is last. And now the pace quickens. 5/16 from home. Chapaloo launched 3 wide to try to go get Mr. Crowley. In between horses, People Force. Spitesper Comete's got some run. Paco trying to find him some racetrack. Valentine Bug underway from the back. Off the turn and the stretch drive, Mr. Crowley. An 1/8 of a mile from home. Here's Spitesper Comete. Down the center and Be Like Clint coming on. 16th to go. Be Like Clint surging forward now. From between it's Spitesper Comete. Spitesper Comete, but Be Like Clint gains the upper hand, and Be Like Clint wins. And they're off. Good start for Insanity, it seems. Sent hard from the inside. Cheyenne Brave is gunned as fast as he can go to try to run with him, and these two flat fly to the half-mile point. Up on the outside, Birthday Munnings is now third. Fourth is Motown Punk. They just ran away from Mr. American, and Vinicio is last. To the far turn they go, and Insanity, it seems, is off the lead now by 2. Birthday Munnings is second. Cheyenne Brave beaten for speed and has backpedaled quickly. They absolutely flew a quarter in 21-1. From fourth, it's Motown Punk, a gap of 3 more to Mr. American. He's a long way behind. Maybe they've gone quick, though, as they move to the top of the stretch. Past the quarter-mile mark, Insanity, it seems, still has the lead. Paco on the attack now with Birthday Munnings loose for the drive. Mr. American starts to motor. They come past the 8th pole. Insanity, it seems, has the lead. He'll have to hold off Mr. American, who's down the center. Mr. American's getting up. Mr. American wins, going away. Second, Insanity, it seems. Third was Birthday Munnings, and fourth was Motown Punk in 56-1. And they're off. Picture perfect start. Began in Greenpoint and Starry Night, the first 2 to break. Academy Choice on the outside. Mr. Narcissistic comes away fourth at the inside. Then Jackson's Web and Don't Answer in the run to the half-mile point. Jose Ortiz and Began and Greenpoint have the lead, but only narrowly. Starry Night up alongside in second. Academy Choice is now third. Gaffleone has Mr. Narcissistic, fourth at the inside. He's in striking position too. 3 better than Don't Answer, and Jackson's Web is last. 22 seconds for the opening quarter. The leader Began in Greenpoint. Starry Night is second. On the outside, Academy Choice third. Locked in and looking for a seam is Mr. Narcissistic, fourth at the inside. White Cap, he's down inside and going to try to thread the needle here as they straighten for the drive. Up front, it's Began in Greenpoint who still has the lead. Mr. Narcissistic needs a way out. On the outside, it's Starry Night. Widest of all, Academy's Choice. Even Jackson's Web coming alive late. 16th to go. Began in Greenpoint almost there. On the outside, Jackson's Web at the rail, Mr. Narcissistic. It's Began in Greenpoint. Began in Greenpoint fought off challenges on both sides to beat Mr. Narcissistic, then Jackson's Web at 102-3. And they're off. That's about all I can tell you at this point. Somebody was off slow. I'll try to figure out who that was as they run out of the chute. Do-Gooder was away well. That I can tell you. She's up near the lead. Alongside her, Misenchanted in the run out of the chute. It's Misenchanted, clear by 3. Do-Gooder is now second. Tinta Roja comes away in third. 2 better than Restless Dreamer in fourth. Up to the outside, it's Foreseen. She's an early fifth. Encourage Each Other might have been the one slow into stride, and Spirited with the rail draws last of all. 22-4 for the opening quarter as they race to the opening half mile. The leader is Misenchanted and Edgar Zayas by 2. Castellano has hold of Do-Gooder in second. 3 better than Restless Dreamer. She's now third. At the rail, that's Tinta Roja passed outside by Foreseen. Then back to Encourage Each Other, and still the trailer is Spirited. Speaking of spirited, the opening half mile was exactly that as Do-Gooder makes a bid for the top. On her outside, it's Restless Dreamer trying to hold him off as Misenchanted. Underway from the back, encourage each other in Spirited as they run to the top of the stretch. It's now Do-Gooder who comes away with the lead. On her outside, Restless Dreamer takes up the slack second. Misenchanted did too much too soon. Trying to wind it up with a rail run is Spirited. Outside, encourage each other. They're at the top of the stretch. Do-Gooder wheels for home with a confident-looking Castellano. She's 3 lengths in front. Restless Dreamer is now second. Encourage each other from between horses. Up on the inside, it's Spirited as they come past the 16th pole. Do-Gooder wanders, but she wanders with a winning lead. It's Do-Gooder for trainer Jenna Antonucci to win by 2.5. Second is Restless Dreamer. Up for third is Foreseen. Then it was Spirited and Encourage Each Other in 139 flat. And they're off. In the middle, Cindy's Song, one of the first to break the line. Beaten for speed today is Musical Romance. She'll sit last early. Flying Black put into play early. And there goes Wicklow Gal to take the lead. So Wicklow Gal heads around the turn on top by a length and a quarter. Flying Black in an absolutely great spot second. From Cindy's Song third, Cindy Lou Who is at the rail in fourth. Followed fifth by Don't Get Pickled. Then at the rail, Musical Romance. Can't Back Off is 3 wide. And from between horses, Passion for Treasure. The opening quarter was 24-3 as they race into the backstretch now. Up front, the leader, Wicklow Gal, at a big price. She leads by 2.5. Flying Black is second. Cindy Song is third. Cindy Lou Who is at the rail in fourth. Castellano keeping after Flying Black to keep up. Back from there, it's Don't Get Pickled. Down at the inside, Musical Romance. Can't Back Off is last as they make their way to the half-mile point. They went to half and 48-2 as they leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn. Wicklow Gal still the leader. From the outside, that's Cindy Song now second. Flying Black is at the rail in third. On from fourth, Don't Get Pickled with a major presence from there. Cindy Lou Who is next. Musical Romance from off the speed is within 7 lengths of the lead. And here comes Don't Get Pickled to the top of the stretch. Don't Get Pickled with clear racetrack. Meanwhile, Flying Black's in a pickle because she has no place to go. Trying to wind it up from the back is Can't Back Off, but they have Don't Get Pickled to catch. Off the turn on the stretch drive, Don't Get Pickled has the lead by 2. Now at the rail, Flying Black gets through to try to bridge the gap. They come past the 8th pole. Flying Black kicks toward the rail. Don't Get Pickled wanders. Flying Black! She's up to the task at the fence for Castellano. It's Flying Black clear. Don't Get Pickled second. Flying Black in front. Flying Black beats Don't Get Pickled, who was second. Finishing third was Cindy Lou Who in 142-4. They're off.
Coast to Coast Pick 5. $1 minimum. Player-friendly 15% takeout. Coast to Coast Pick 5. Every weekend.
And they're off. Terrible start for Empire Strikes Fast. Brushed the inside fence. It was a good break from the outside for Sara Shaman, who heads off for the early advantage. Moving to her on the inside is Donegal Forever. Away in third is Smilemon. A gap of 5 more to Bourbon Resolve. Then back to Game Warden as they're strung out over a lot of ground. The two at the back are Knox and Empire Strikes Fast. In the run around the first turn, Sara Shaman clear a length and a quarter. Smile Mon second. Donegal Forever trips out in third. The quarter time was 23 seconds flat. They go to the first finish line here, working 5 ahead of Bourbon Resolve, who's racing in fourth and starting to tighten the gap. These top horses have 6 on Game Warden, who himself is 4 better than Empire Strikes Fast, and Knox is at the back. They make their way to the half-mile part of the contest, and it's Edwin Gonzalez and Sara Shaman calling the shots here with a length to work with. From the outside, Smile Mon second. Donegal Forever comes off the inside to race in the clear in third. From fourth, that's Bourbon Resolve, then Game Warden. He's tightened down the margin. He's starting to make some ground, too, through a 47 2/2 mile. Well back are Knox and Empire Strikes Fast, and the leader is Sara Shaman. Sara Shaman to the 5/16 on top, 3 parts of a length. Donegal Forever is second. That's all for Smile Mon. Moving out the rail, that's Game Warden up on the outside. Bourbon Resolve is still right there, 5 ahead of Empire Strikes Fast as they race past the quarter-mile mark. On the outside, it's Donegal Forever trying to hook Sara Shaman, who tries to turn him away. Running home with an inside lane is Game Warden, then Bourbon Resolve and Smile Mon. They're at the top of the stretch. This favorite's not finding much under pressure, Donegal Forever, but he has reached the lead. Right back at him is Sara Shaman. They come past the 16th pole. Sara Shaman game. Donegal Forever just in front. At the rail, it's Bourbon Resolve, whose launch is late. Photo finish. Win photo to the first finish line between Donegal Forever and Bourbon Resolve in 1:45 and 3. And they're off. In the middle, Amazing Jet gets the first call, but Whiting Field wants the lead, and Whiting Field will gain the advantage with Amazing Jet between horses. Sting Music is 3 wide. These 3 are across the course, working a length and a half better than Joe from Kiev. Out 3 wide on the course goes Jake's Affection. At the rail, Silent and Violent, Magnetic Appeal is down at the inside, and the trailer is Kryptonym. And they run around the first turn. Whiting Field and Triple Seeking Javier Castellano went 23 and 3 for a pretty strong opening quarter. An Amazing Jet is stuck between horses. Sting Music parked 3 wide, but right with the top 2 while third. Joe from Kiev is backed into a good spot, 4th at the inside for Leonel Reyes. Outside 5th and Jake's Affection. Then it's Silent and Violent. He's in the white and red colors, while down toward the inside on his outside, Magnetic Appeal, and the trailer is Kryptonym. They went to half in 47 and 4 as they make their way to the far turn. Whiting Field has the lead. Here's Sting Music, 3 wide and on the charge now to get into second and go after the leader. From the inside, Amazing Jet has dropped back after his earlier efforts, trying to wind it up, and winding it up pretty effectively is Kryptonym as they race to the top of the stretch. Whiting Field tries to sneak away again. Sting Music within a next second. Up to third, Kryptonym. Silent and Violent is 4th. He's about 5 lengths off the lead as Sting Music comes calling. 3 quarters, 1:12 and 1. They're in the drive. Sting Music on the outside toward the inside. Whiting Field 4 back to Silent and Violent. They come past the 8th pole. It's Sting Music in front. From the outside, Silent and Violent trying to go get him. 16th to go. Sting Music in front. Silent and Violent with one final push. Silent and Violent gets up. And I think it's because Sting Music beat himself. He looked to duck in late, cost him momentum, and I think he got beat. Silent and Violent and Sting Music in a win photo in 1:41 and 3.
That's a wrap on the 10-race Sunday card here. We'll take a couple days off. We'll be back with you to kick off another 5-pack on Wednesday. 9 of them for you in that traditional 12-10 first post.